And it's morning again, and are we on day 9? Yeah, day 9. Oh my god, the days are just flying by. So I had a really good day yesterday. If you watched my video from yesterday, I wrote over 10,000 words and it felt absolutely fantastic, and I got some other stuff done afterwards and I was really pleased with that. I'm not going to get 10k today, but that's alright. I'm out and about today, so I have my dictaphone with me, so going to get some dictation done and then I can get that transcribed on my Dragon Dictate when I get home, so that's alright. I'd like to get my 5,000 words done. I've still not managed to go wandering around where my book is set. I will do it, I promise, before this challenge is up. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff on today. There's just life stuff. I actually have an appointment I need to cancel because I've not got time to do it. I'm supposed to be at the dentist tomorrow. That's going to get moved and I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, so today I'm going to write. So I've done, I've not outlined this story at all. I have fleshed out Alex and his life, mostly his past, his daughter, his wife, where he's been, because I find if I know who the character is and who they've been in the past, it's a lot easier to figure out who they're going to be in the future, because I know how he's going to react to things and stuff like that. So I've not fleshed out kind of his story arc, because this is a series, so he's going to have a big story arc across, a big character arc across the series, and I've not plotted the book as such, although I do know the ending, and well, I don't know the ending, should I say. I do know who did it, so I know where I'm heading to, and I have I figured out a lot of the red herrings and who they are and how I'm going and how they come about, but I didn't actually plot anything as to how Alex goes through them or scene to scene. So I'm kind of discovery writing now. So I've just written his refusal to call. He's gone to see his supervisor, and who's also his friend, and said he doesn't want to take this case. He's not ready to go back into that kind of work yet, and the supervisor has kind of put on his friend hat and told him that he thinks he needs this, and it's he needs to basically get back on the horse, get back in work, do what he does best. And Alex is kind of in this, it's been 18 months since his wife died, and while they didn't have a trauma or a tragedy, he's kind of feeling a little bit of survivor's guilt, because his wife got cancer and he didn't, and she died, and he gets to see their child grow up and she doesn't. And while he did want the daughter, she really wanted to be a mum. It was like her thing, so he's feeling guilty because not only has he lost his wife, but she died, and he's getting the thing that she kind of always wanted. So he's really struggling with that, and his supervisor is trying to tell him, she'd want him to move on, she'd want him to do the things he loves and not live in this kind of limbo phase that he's in, as if he's scared to just move on with his life. So he's had that chapter with that, his boss, and they've kind of come to a deal that he's going to take the case, and the boss said, if it still feels like you don't want it, you're not managing with it, then we'll sort something out. But he's talked him into, as his friend, he's kind of talked him into taking this case. So he's going to try and do it. And I said in a previous video, I'm going to create an attachment with him to the younger sister of the victim, because she's going to, she's got this crappy mother who the sister got custody from. She's got a dad who she's very rarely seen, who they're going to try and place her with. And I'm going to have this kind of like, I'm totally messing this up. So if you follow the story structure, I've not plotted it, but I have read Jessica Brody's Save the Cat, which I absolutely love that book, and it's really good. So I do try and kind of stick to their beats. So if I was following her beats, which I kind of am in a way, I'm at beat number 6, which is the break into 2, which is Alex has accepted his job, or the hero has accepted what's happened. And so this is the start of Act 2 now, where he makes the plan. So he's, instead of going reactive, he's now going to go into the realm of active. And so he's going to make the decisions on what he's going to do. And this is also where you start to introduce the B story. So a subplot, if you have one. With Alex, I'm going to have one. He's already met this lady called Sarah at a bereavement group. He kind of went to the movies with her, with his mother-in-law. She's all for him having a date, taking it slow. She knows how much he loved her daughter, but she also loves him and wants him to be happy. And so she's all for him going on a date with this Sarah. He's obviously in that I can't do this yet. So I'm going to introduce her in the next couple of chapters. She's been introduced as in she's been spoken about, but she's not actually had any page time. So she's going to come along. I'm also going to introduce Sammy, who is the victim's younger sister. And she is at that age where she's very vulnerable to predators, to the grooming kind of life. And Alex is going to get an attachment to her and try and help her. So at this point, if you follow the Save the Cat and the beats, especially when it's you go to the story B, you get to the secondary characters that come into the story. So he's going to have this Sarah, and I might change their names because I realise they both start with an S, because I've got a Sarah and a Sammy. I might change Sarah's name. So he's going to have these two characters that are coming in. One is kind of in a future possible romantic role, and one is an attachment role. But they're both one's going to feed into to Alex's arc, and the other one's going to feed into the actual story arc. So that's my plan, and that's going to be these next few chapters. So my actual next chapter is he needs to meet Sammy, because he's just discovered that the victim, Madeline, has she rents 2 properties. She keeps it a secret. She has kind of like a double life. So one life, she's this student, lives in these student dorms. The other life is she's got custody of her younger sister, has this other flat set up for her and supports her. She kind of hides the fact that she has this daughter because she works for this sexist clinical psychologist who she wants to land a position with, because he's very much top in his field, but he doesn't it's got a reputation of not liking single mothers. So she kind of hides that life to better her career. So Rogan's going to go and find Sammy, and obviously he's going to have to bring social services in because she is just a minor. But that's not going to work out. But this is the next scene and chapter is going to be where he meets Sammy and starts to learn a little bit more about Madeline's life and the things she had to do to survive, to get where she was, because as I've said previously, she comes from a really crappy home. Her mother's an alcoholic, lives in one of these crappy places, and she has bettered herself and gone and earned her way into her final year of a PhD. You know, she's kind of breaking the chain of a neglectful, abusive life. So yeah, so that's me. Goal is 5,000 words as always today, and I will try my best to get that. Going to try and get with the dictation. I've got to go and do something right now, but I might even just sit in my car for 20 minutes somewhere and just dictate, because 20 minutes dictation for me is about 2,000 words. So yeah, I will see you and update you later. Bye for now. Hi, so it's going dark in the car again. So just a little update for today. So I didn't actually really write today. It's probably my lowest word count going. I got around 300 words, and that was literally because I opened my laptop. I'm like, I am not having a 0 day. And I started to write, but I was just so tired that whatever I was writing wasn't working out. It was just like rubbish. Because I had it in my head, I'm going to write at least 1,000 words, but I'm just too tired for that. And so there's no point in wasting the time. But I've had a lot of other stuff to do. I've had Kickstarter items to pack, take to the post office. I had a big order of stickers, so I had to get my Cricut out and make all those stickers and get those done. I had there's some other things. We've got a big order of things to go out in our house as well, so I had to get all those. So I'm not going to kick myself over it. It's kind of a bit frustrating to keep getting these low word counts. But the whole point of this was to be writing every day. And so if I get to the end of 30 days and I've not finished this book, I'm not going to go all upset about it. Because, one, by the time I get to 30 days, I will have written a heck of a lot of words. I'm at 32,000 now, so I'm at halfway through, half of what I'm after. The book's probably going to go over the 60,000 because that's just how it is. And the point of this was to get me back into the routine of writing, keeping the writing and the book fresh in my mind, which he's managing to do. So we'll just see how it goes. And I'm really tired, so I can't see much else happening work-wise, apart from I need to edit this video, and I've got some things to do in the house. Excuse me. Yeah. I can't see me picking up the book now because I need to go and have dinner, I need to edit this video, I need to reply to some emails I need to do some actual housework because the house looks like a bomb's hit it, and there's just so many things. So while I didn't have a terrific writing day, I did have a very productive day on other things. So that is a bonus. Yeah, so that's it from me, and I shall see you again tomorrow.